Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a hot minute since I've done a reading vlog, but I am going to be very, very busy in the next couple of weeks, and this is kind of going to be a book trip vlog slash a reading vlog slash writing vlog because a few things. Number one, I'm going on a book trip again with my mom next week, which I'm so excited about. Number two, the reading part comes in because there are going to be 50, you heard me right, 50 authors that are going to be at this reading event. And no, I am not going to complete all those books. I really love to try to read one book by every author, so I actually have something to talk about. But I don't honestly think I'm going to make it because I still have about, I think, like 16 books to go, I think, roughly between 16 to 18. And it's just not going to happen. So I have quite a few on audio, and those are the ones that I'm going to concentrate on first because I feel like I can get through more on that end. So I think my goal is to get like 10 more read by next Thursday because that's when we're going to leave. So today is the previous Monday. So that gives me a roughly 10 days to complete all those books. So we shall see how we do. I am currently reading a couple right now, and I'm enjoying all of them. So I'm reading one called, I know I'm going to mess this one up. It's like Behind Your Closed Eyes or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how that works out. And I think it's by Elizabeth Muster, I believe. I will put the cover here. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very interesting. Like, it has to do with a woman who is shot and now is in a coma. But then we're also following the perspective of the man who shot her and like kind of his motive for doing it. It's really, really interesting. I'm really enjoying it. And then there's a past timeline. I'm still unsure of how the past timeline kind of connects with these yet. I have no idea. But I just started that one. And I'm currently more than halfway through a book called The Whisperer's Wish by Jannalise Lloyd. And I have the ebook for that. So I am hopefully to complete that by the end of tonight. And it's really good. It's kind of like that fantasy type aspect of the Hunger Games, kind of, only with magic. And I'm actually really enjoying that one. So I'm going to finish that one, hopefully. I am more than halfway done, I think, with that one. And then the last one that I'm hoping to finish today is, what's it called? I forgot now. Sky of Seven Colors by Rochelle Nelson. And I'm really enjoying that one. And that one I'm 80% of the way through. So I definitely will finish that one tonight. I'm thoroughly enjoying that one. That one's very unique. Very, very unique. Like, it's about this girl who she's like in her last year of high school or something. Her boyfriend's he's not even a boyfriend really. He's just her friend. He's going off to college. And so he's trying to figure out, do I tell her I love her and stuff? And something happens where he falls off a cliff in the woods when they're walking, and now he's in a coma. I'm reading 2 coma stories, but he's in a coma, and she decides to go back to the forest. And she's like, why am I going back to the forest? And she realizes that she left her sketchbook there. So she goes, but then she finds these mysterious creatures that end up bringing her to their land, their like magical land. And it's really, really good. There's some very interesting bad guys possibly in the background. It's just really entertaining, and I can't wait to finish that one. I have a feeling it's going to be like one of my new favorite fantasy books. It's so good. But those are the updates right now. I'm hoping to get in a little bit of writing right now as I'm waiting in the car for my mom. She might return though shortly. But if I can get a little writing done, because I promised myself I would try to do 1,000 words every day. Even if it's like, honestly, half of that, I wouldn't mind even just half of that. 500 a day would be amazing. It is the 3rd of November, and so far I've written a little over 1,000 words. So that's not bad for 3 days. That's really not bad, especially for me. So I'm working on that, and I'm also actually doing my own NaNoWriMo month because I don't actually officially join that, website or whatever. But I'm doing my own along with author L.E. Richmond, who wrote The Mermaid's Tale. So we're actually writing together, and that's been a lot of fun to just encourage each other and, try to write to each other every day saying, how are you doing? How are you doing in your writing? And praying for each other. And I've been really, really enjoying that. So that's the plan. That's how we're going. I'm just going to enjoy myself and either read or write while I'm waiting for my mom. Probably read because she might be coming any minute since I had to do a couple other things besides filming. So that's the plan. So we'll see how that goes. I know I plan on writing more tonight, but I'm also going to be filming some videos ahead of time because I'm trying to get Christmas videos all up and going already in October. So I will see you all when I have an update on either reading, writing, or whatever. Maybe even updating you next week when we go on the trip. I don't know. I just want to show off what I'm wearing. Guys, it is November 5th, and I'm wearing a tank top. It is 79 degrees on November 5th in New York. That's impossible. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. If the whole winter was like this, I would be okay with that. I totally forgot to mention to you guys, this video is going to go up instead of my TBR game video because I actually have something else different planned for Bookmas for that. And I'm doing like a weekly reading vlog along with a weekly Christmas TBR game. So stay tuned for that. So I am here getting ready for the Christy Awards that are happening downstairs in the lobby, and this is my look. I don't know exactly if I can see everything, but there I am. But I really wanted to wear something fancy, something cute. And yeah, so, I mean, well, hold on, there's apparently fuzz hanging on me. I don't know why, but but this is the dress I decided to wear. Really excited. I did go to the Christy Writers workshop, and that was a lot of fun, and got to meet some authors that aren't going to be there tomorrow for the Just Read Rendezvous, so that was nice to get pictures and book plates signed from them, got some information for writing and stuff, so that was all great, and now I'm excited to just hang out at the Christie's all night long. So, not all night long, but most of the night. Hey guys, so trying to figure out the lighting here. That's a little better. Okay, so I just got back from Just Read Rendezvous 2024. I am literally exhausted. I am so exhausted, but it was so much fun. I had so much fun. I got to sit with Laura Franz for like literally the entire day, and it was just great. I love her so much. Like, I want to adopt her too. So Laura, if you're watching, I'm adopting you as mom or aunt or whatever, because you are amazing and I love you. And it was just great. I mean, I got to meet Grace Hitchcock, who's amazing. I'm not gonna mention everybody because there's so many names, but Amanda Barrett was lovely. I love her so much. I loved her before I met her, and I loved her even more after meeting her. She was just so great. I loved her, and we got to sit together during lunch. I got to talk about my book. I got to hear her book. I can't tell you, but it's nice to know what she's writing now, so that was great. But it was just so much fun, and I'm going to sit because I'm tired. Anyways, it was so much fun. The Christie's was amazing last night. I got to see, all the incredibly moving speeches from the winners. Jamie Jo Wright had like the room in tears, but it was so much fun seeing all the winners from last year and the winners from this year. I got to meet a few authors who weren't going to be at this event the next day, so I got to meet Jamie Jo Wright again, who got to meet me in the morning, which was great. Julie Clausen, who I've never met, but it felt like we met each other before. But I got to meet her, and she was amazing. And I didn't realize we were like almost the same height, so that was pretty fun. I love meeting authors or friends that are my height. Like, it's very rare, for 5'9" or higher. But it was just so much fun. I met so many new authors who have become instant friends, and a lot of author friends that I've already met and already friends with. But it was so much fun, and I may be in a future Amanda Barrett book. I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, honestly. I would be like ecstatic if that happened. But honestly, guys, it was so much fun. I'm going to put lots of pictures. I did not take any videos because it's pretty much, they didn't want that. So I'm just going to post some fun pictures of friends and author friends. And I really want to shout out a huge thank you to, I think it was three or four subscriber friends who came up and said hi to me. Please, if you see me out in the wild, please say hi, because it just makes my day and makes my trip. So if you see me at a book event, please say hi, because I absolutely love all of you. And I may not know you initially when we meet, but once you comment, after the event, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who you are. So, but it was so nice of you to come up and say hi and say how much you love my videos. It just made me so happy. And yeah, so thank you very much for popping in. If you took pictures of me, tag me, please. If you share it on Instagram, I'd love to see it. And yeah, I'm exhausted. Can you tell? I'm very yucky when I'm exhausted, but it was just so much fun. Was there anything else to say? Oh yeah, Amanda Barrett was literally gushing over my channel. I'm like, Amanda almost made me cry last night when she said how much she loved my channel. I was like, are you serious? How many authors say that? I mean, seriously, that they're a fan of yours. It's that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I thank the Lord for the fun, for the experience. Really thankful that I got to go to the Art of Writing part workshop as well. I don't think I made a lot of contacts, honestly, because it was mostly just writer information. I did try to make a few contacts around and stuff. Maybe I got some editor information, so that'll be cool and nice. Once I get my first draft done, I can start looking for an editor. But it was just really, really nice. I got a few ideas going, honestly, for books and stuff that I've been kicking around, but finally wrote them down, so that was nice. Told a few authors that I'm writing, so it was nice to talk about my work and find a connection and stuff, which is pretty cool. Found out one of my friend Hannah, she's writing a book, and we're both writing rom-com, which I'm like, yes, we're both writing rom-com, which I think is so cool, because it's kind of hard because a lot of my author friends write totally opposite genres from me, so it's kind of funny because I love their genres, and who knows, I could write in them, but it's nice to talk to people who actually write in your genre and in your niche of work. So, but it was just so much fun. I don't know who else I want to mention because everybody was just so lovely. I loved meeting all the authors. And I will say though, you have to be in a mindset for the chaos. If you've been to the Fiction Readers Summit or a similar event, Just Read Rendezvous is quite a bit more hectic. I will say that. I wish that honestly that at least the book signings would have been quite a bit easier. Maybe have at least by the end of the night have book signs for the authors with author signs where they can sit and stay at that table so people can come and say hi, because it was just quite chaotic trying to find the authors you wanted to get their signatures. I did very good. I had about, I think, 20 books that some I brought from home, some I bought. And so I literally got all of them signed except for one, and it was Lynn Austin. She left really quickly, so I didn't get to her. But I ran around like a chicken with his head cut off but I did good. I got to meet a lot of people that I love, and so it was worth it. But I will say it's very chaotic, so you have to be prepared for that. Be prepared for a nap afterwards. I'm just saying that. But it's also nice to see a lot of authors. So it is worth it to go. If you want to meet a lot of authors in one place, it's nice. And it's also nice because I really felt I got to hang around with the few authors I really wanted to talk to. I got to hang around with them a lot. And that was really nice because at other author events, I might, be around them a little bit, But it was really nice that I got to hang out with them for quite a while. And Misu Andrews, I got to sit with her at the Christy Awards, so that was amazing. And she is such a sweetheart. I love her so much. But we got to hang out together last night, and that was great. And got so many compliments on the dress. I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, like, I mean, there were a lot of people actually very dressed up. I was actually kind of surprised because I saw pictures from previous years. It was like, you know, maybe 20% were like really dressed up. And I felt like it was like at least 50-50 this year. So I was like, wow, like people were really dressed up. But it was just so much fun. I did want to update you. I was so close to finishing a book from every author. I was 8 away from reading all 50 authors that were going to be here today. So I came very close. And those authors are on my list to read in the future. So I came close, but it was great. And I did get to meet Cece Warrens and her husband. They were amazing. I love both of them. I got to meet them yesterday and today, and they were just really, really great. I love both of them. So, and I got to meet, it was funny. I didn't know Natalie Walters was here, but I met her husband at the restaurant at the hotel, which I thought was so funny because he heard us talking about the author event, and he goes, "Oh, my wife is an author." I'm like, "Oh, who?" And he said Natalie Walters. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know she was here." So it's kind of funny that I met him. We need to drive 8 hours tomorrow back home. Hey guys, so I thought the event night was the last thing I was going to post, and then I forgot to do a book haul and kind of tell you who I met, because I did do a fun little clip montage, which I will put at the end of this video. But just in case, I just wanted to share kind of who I met, because I mean, it was fun and it was exciting, and you know, why not share the fun and who I met and stuff. I did not get to meet all 50 authors. Well, technically I probably did meet 50 authors, but like some of them were not at the actual Just Read Rendezvous. I met them earlier, so that was nice. But I met Julie Clausen, which we're both the same height. I love that. Jamie Jo Wright, which I got to sit next to at the writer's workshop. It was so much fun. And also Angela Rue Strong. We got to sit next to each other. I was so excited about that. We did not get a picture though. I'm so sad. Then Amy Lynn Green, Cindy Morgan, Travis Thrasher, Misu Andrews, Rochelle Nelson, Lori Z. Scott, Christy Ann Hunter, Robin Pearson, Kimberly Woodhouse, Laura France, Grace Hitchcock, Ronnie Kendig, Darlene L. Turner, Amanda Cox, Elizabeth Musser, Heather Kaufman, Janelise Lloyd, Shane Lale, Angela Bell, Sarah Ella, Emily Conrad, Katie Powner, I'm going through my list of photos, Cece Warrens, Crystal D. Grant, Amanda Barrett, Emily Haney, Elizabeth Goddard, Becky Wade, Kate Breslin, Helena Smirkek, Lisa Phillips, Susan Tuttle, Nicole Deese, Sarah Davison, Candace Pedraza Yamnitz, Joanna Davidson Politano, who came as a reader, but I saw her. Then Sarah Brunsvold, Crystal Cottle, Natalie Walters, who also came as a reader, but I did get to meet her, and then Amanda Dykes. And I could have missed a couple selfies, so there probably was more than that I saw at the event, but I also have seen a lot of these people at previous events, so I might not have gotten a picture only because like I probably have tons of pictures of them. So it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, and I got all my books signed. It was very chaotic as far as signings went because it was very hard to find people. I feel like they would have organized it better if maybe they had author like table plates or whatever, and like they could grab their plates and find a spot to sit. Like they could pick where they wanted to sit, but like have a nameplate where you are, that way you know where the authors are, because we all had the same stickers on, and it did say author, but it was kind of hard. So like maybe lanyards for the authors next time. Like we can have sticker name tags, but the authors could have lanyards. So that way they're a little bit easier to find for signing books and stuff. But I got all my physical books signed except for one. I missed Lynn Austin. I was like, no, like literally the only one I couldn't find. So I came very, very close to having all my signed books signed. So I was very, very close. But I thought I'd do a quick book haul of the books that I got over the weekend. I also got a couple when I got home from like a Friendsgiving event on a Facebook group, but I forgot those downstairs. Just my chaotic life right now because I am tired. It's literally the day after I got home, so I'm still exhausted. So the first one I got was actually at the Christian Writers Workshop, and afterwards they had a table of like the best cover art, I guess, for the year, and they said we can go ahead and grab one off that table. So I actually got a Crossway Bible, and I do not own this specific edition. I own a couple in this series, but not this one. So I am really, really excited that I got this. And yeah, I'm really excited. It had the sleeve. I already took off the, protective plastic sleeve off of it, but I am just so excited. It's one of the artist editions. This one's from, let me see. Oops, it was actually upside down. Oh, okay. But anyways, this is from M. Stevens, Scenes of Redemption. So that's what his Matt Stevens did on the cover of this, and I really like this. So I'm really, really happy that I quickly ran to the table after the writer's workshop and got this book. Then we did get a book bag, I think with like 4 books in it, 3 or 4 books. I ended up giving 1 or 2 to my mom, but I did end up going away with The Weight of Memory by Sean Smucker, which I know nothing about and I don't know the author, so I'm interested to check out another new author. So, and I did really like this cover. This cover is really intriguing, so I can't wait to get to that. Then I got Mercy's Song by Sarah Hanks, which unfortunately I missed meeting her. So next time, if she comes to another author event, I'll be able to get this one signed by her. But unfortunately, I was not able to find her. But that's okay. Things happen. I went to the Christy Awards, and afterwards they said we could take some of the books on the tables and stuff. They said we don't want them, make sure you grab whatever. So I ended up getting, which I was really excited about, the second book in the Looking Glass, The Curious Realities duology by Sarah Ella. I still did not own book 1, so I had to put that on my wish list. But I got book 2, and so I was able to get this one signed by her, plus some extra book plates for future books. So very excited that I got this one at the Christy Awards, and I got 2 more from there. Now, forgive the background noise. Somebody is mowing their leaves outside. And I also ended up picking up Cindy Morgan's book, The Year of Jubilee, which I didn't even know she was a singer from the 90s and a songwriter. And I'm like, I actually got to meet her, which I was so excited. I did not get her to sign the book, but I did have her sign a book plate. So it does have the book plate in here, and I did get to meet her and get a picture. So I'm really excited. And this was, I believe, up for a Christy, and so I was happy that I got a copy of that one. And then the last one, which was actually at our own table, and even before we knew we were going to take the books, I was like, I'm pretty sure they're going to give the books away at the end of the night. So I was like, I told the whole table, I was like, if these books are being, gifted at the end of the evening, I call this one because I read it, loved it, and the author was going to be there the next day. So I was like, I need this one. And thankfully they were all nice and said yes. So I don't normally do that. Like I am like the type of person where like, if somebody wants it more than me, I'm like, go for it. It's okay. Even though I'm sad, but I will gladly give it. But I was happy I got Shadowcast by Crystal D. Grant, met her, got it signed, so excited. So yes, all right. And then my mom actually wanted two book giveaways because I had a ton of books from authors and everything. They just had a bunch. Like everyone went home with a book. It was great. And so I won 1 and my mom won 2. So I ended up getting the one that I actually wanted because I went up with my mom just to see what they had, just to look around and peruse to see what there was available. And they had this one, which I did just finish like last week and loved it. The Whisperer's Wish by Danelise Lloyd. And I was like, I didn't hide it, but like it was like on top of a stack. So like I put it like the third down. So I didn't hide it. If somebody saw it, they could grab it. Like I didn't like put it under the table or anything, So, but thankfully the next bunch of giveaway winners, my name was called, and so actually maybe the third time, and it was still there. So I was so excited. So I got her to sign it because she was there too, and I read it and loved it. So I was like, I was so excited that was still there. Then my mom did win a second time. She kept her first book, but then she allowed me to get this one because I heard my friend Chris from Baker Book House talk about this book. It's Every Ocean Has a Shore by Jamie Langston Turner, and that was on the table, and I didn't see it the first time around. I was like, oh, I need this one because I heard it was so good. It's a chunker. It's like well over 400, almost 500 pages. So I was like, I need this one because I heard it was amazing. And lo and behold, when I got home, it's actually signed. So I could put this in my signed, even though I don't even know she was there. She could have been as a reader and I didn't know, but that's signed, so I could put that on my signed bookshelf. Then I ended up buying 4 at the event, so I did good. And I brought cash with me. That was literally the amount that I had. That's it. I wasn't going to spend any more. And I went a little under budget. So I was very happy about that. Because they had a pop-up bookstore, which I love because I love supporting smaller businesses, supporting the authors more than big businesses. So I did end up buying 4. The first one, I actually got the second book in the Gateway Trilogy by Crystal D. Grant. She had the second one there. And I was like, well, since I got the first one, I'm going to get the second one. So this is Lightshed, and I have not read this one yet, but I'm very excited to continue the series. Then I got I think the final book that I don't own by Amanda Barrett, which is My Dearest Dietrich. And let me tell you, Amanda Barrett is like the sweetest lady. I love her so much. I feel like all the authors were absolutely wonderful, but I think I spent the majority of my time with Amanda Barrett and Laura France and Kimberly Woodhouse. So all those 3 ladies, and everybody was so kind and so sweet, and all the new authors that I met were just amazing. And yes, so really excited to finally, I think, finish off my collection of Amanda Barrett books. Then I got Emily Haney's book, but writing as E.A. Hendricks, Suspended in the Stars. And she was actually celebrating her second book party release, like literally the same day. And I was like, she unfortunately didn't have copies of the second book, but she did have the first book, which I've read and enjoyed. And so I was like, I had to grab it and I have her sign it. So I was really happy that I got that one. And thankfully, the 4 that I bought, thankfully I got them all signed. I was like, because that was like the goal, you know, you want to purchase the books that you want to get signed. So I did. So thankful for that. And the last one I bought was so happy that this was here. I saw her newest series on the table. And I was like, oh, I'll grab that, even though I haven't read it yet. But then I saw Crisscross on the table, and I was like, C.C. Warren's, like, this is like one of my absolute favorite books of all times. I love Crisscross so much. So I had to grab it, and I was like, yes. And her husband were such a delight. I got to talk with them a few times, and I really enjoyed talking with them. But I grabbed Crisscross. It's one of my favorite books now. I can start my collection. I had her sign a few book plates, so that way once I collect more, they'll be signed as well. But absolutely excited that I had some fun time. So these, if I can show you, plus the Bible, I'm not holding that up. But these are the books that I got at the book event. Honestly, not a bad haul. I didn't like get a ton. You know, I could have easily come up with like a lot more than that. But I think I did a good job with that. I did forget to share one thing that I did at the event, which I was so happy about. I was like thinking about getting like a either an autograph book or a book tote. I'm like, I don't really use book totes. Where am I going to put all those book totes? And then I figured God was saying, do this. And I brought my Kindle case. And so I have every author, and unfortunately one or two did get smudged, but I'm very good with black acrylic paint. So I'm just going to go around that and clean that all up, and it'll be brand new. But literally, I have got the back, the front, and the inside filled with autographs. And I just love that idea because like I could bring my Kindle and have all of these autographs on there. So I didn't get every author, but I did get quite a few on here. So I'm really excited. And everybody loved it. They were like, this is such a cool idea. And I was like, I know, it's such a fun thing to have around, you know, having like carry your friends around in your pocket, kind of. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it was, as I said, not super involved with the event, but you know, I couldn't film a lot there because of, you know, privacy and stuff. But I had so much fun. I enjoyed it. And I am planning on going again probably next year. Not sure if I'm going to go to the Christy Awards again, but I would like to. That'd be great. But I just had so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do ever get the chance to go to an author event, I highly recommend it. Even if it's just like one author, you know, you get to meet them, you get to talk with them, and it's a big blessing. And I do travel. I live on the East Coast, and nothing comes to where I live. Nothing. So I do travel. And, you know, so yes. But if you do get the chance, grab a babysitter and have a good time because it's so much fun. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.